Wanna see that? Yo! Wanna see that, my side?
Gonna come through now. Never seen a nigga. If you got an old person on there, why you risking them?
But they cause the traffic. But and it's nothing happening over here. Like the water is.
Jeremiah 23:19 in the GNT. His anger is a storm, a furious wind that will rage over the heads of the wicked. Call her law Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rekahak Radash. Double honors to the elder apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, for teaching the word in truth and sincerity. Salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. To you I say Shalom. A few days ago we witnessed the Lord's anger. We watched him run through the Caribbean, mostly Jamaica, Cuba, and the Bahamas. And New York caught a big part of that. America caught a big part of that as it turned into a nor'easter. It went from a hurricane to a nor'easter, and it pretty much it tore up a lot of places. In New York, it hit Brooklyn real hard. Had a lot of flash flooding in New York behind that, but it pretty much just it tore up Jamaica and Cuba and the Bahamas. So the Lord is angry, man. The Lord is not putting up with this thing. No, he's not putting up with people's wickedness, man. You're starting to see his power, his anger come across. His anger is being shown for people who believe in these different idols, refuse to bow to the will and worship Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and his righteousness. You create idols, you create all these different pagan gods, you worship all sorts of weird wickedness. Bowing and praying to statues. Using man as an idol. Jamaica is big on Haile Selassie. You know what I'm saying? Just another idol set up before you. An idol that they pretty much bow down to and praise. You got them Rastafaris, a whole pagan religion that they created. Cuba loves statues and praying to statues, creating their own idols out of these statues. Not too familiar with the Bahamas and their culture, but I hear there's a lot of wickedness there. As far as Batiism. The Bahamas have several different versions of Christianity, like different denominations of it out there. You're all worshiping a pagan idol. You know what I'm saying? And practice paganism. Practice a whole lot of wicked things, man. That the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai don't take kind to, man. So yeah, he's out to destroy these places, man. This is Proverbs 10:25 in the GNT. Storms come and the wicked are blown away, but the honest people are always safe. Isaiah 66:15 in the GNT. The Lord will come with fire, and he will ride on the wings of a storm to punish those he is angry with. Proverbs 1:27 in the GNT. When it comes on you like a storm, bringing fierce wind of trouble, and you are in pain and misery. Listen, the Lord is not playing with you people. He's not playing with the tribes. He's not playing with us no more. As we moving further into these prophecies, and the Lord is sealing his elect, and he's about to bring great wrath to Babylon the Great, and to the tribes of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. He's not playing, man. He's angry for our disobedience. He's angry for our worshiping of other idols, other gods, creating your own idols, worshiping gold and silver, worshiping wood and stone, worshiping people, taking pride in being degenerates, taking pride in not knowing the Most High's name, still calling on a pagan god. So he's coming with great wrath, man, and he's pretty much sick of it, man. He's tired of it. The funny thing is, if we wasn't the Lord's people, man, if we wasn't his people, man, he could have just took us out of here a long time ago, man. He could have easily just wiped us all out, man. But because of his promise, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a man of his word. He don't lie. He can't lie. And he can't change. He's gonna, you know what I'm saying, have mercy on us. But a lot of wicked 2/3 are gonna feel, you know what I'm saying, all the 2/3. But right now at this moment, 2/3 is just like, some of them 2/3 is feeling the pain, man. Some of them are getting wiped out. Someone got wiped out through this storm. Or he going in the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai ain't. He just gonna keep bringing. He just keep bringing that pain. He gonna keep bringing that misery to you. And then when he come back, he's just gonna knock y'all down. Gonna take y'all out of here with fire. His judgments are righteous, man. His ways works and wonders. His judgments are righteous. And he not, you know what I'm saying, like, he not wrong for doing what he doing. How could you say that when he gave you so many chances? He gave you so many different opportunities to learn his ways, but you choose to go the way of the heathen. So you're gonna feel his wrath. And if you just look at how that hurricane just ripped through the Caribbean, then, you know, they get them every year, and we get the nor'easters every year. The season starts sometime in June and ends sometime in November, hurricane season. But it seems like as we're moving closer and closer into the Lord's return, that these storms are just getting much more stronger, much more crazier. They happen more often. As a kid, I remember the storms, but it wasn't as fierce, you know. Throughout the course of history, they had times where they were just fierce. But as a kid, I grew up in the 80s. They wasn't that fierce. But since then, from the 90s into the 2000s, and now we're into 2020, the 2020s, like them storms have gotten real fierce, and they cause a lot of damage, destroying the people, destroying their property. Why you think that's so, man? That's the Lord right there. That's the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and his recompense, man. That's his anger right there. Now we do have Esau and his wicked ass that manipulates weather. You know, they send they call it cloud seeding, um, geoengineering, where they manipulate the clouds and they could use it as a weapon. And they've done it in wars. If I'm correct, they've done it in the Vietnam War. They even made a treaty against it, using the weather as a weapon. Now I'm gonna go into Isaiah. Excuse me, Isaiah 32:7. The instruments also of the cruel are evil. Salakia. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. That's what he do. That word churl is it means scoundrel, and that's exactly what this man is. He's a scoundrel, doing whatever he can to deceive, do whatever he can to destroy. And this is just another portion of what he do on this planet. Psalms 10:2. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So these same devices is going to go against them. At some point, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to turn his wicked devices right on them. So all the things that his imagination, all the things that he can think of, that he can persecute and destroy the poor to push his wicked agenda, it's going to be turned on him. It's going to be turned back on him. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to use his own devices and turn them on himself.
Jamaica has comprehensive plans for smart city development, including a new city project from the ground up to address overcrowding and infrastructure strain, and a demonstration project in New Kingston to test and implement smart technologies. These initiatives are part of the broader Vision 2030 Jamaica long-term development plan, and align with sustainable development goals, focusing on using technology to improve quality of life, drive economic growth, and enhance efficiency in urban areas. Key aspects include smart energy solutions, modern infrastructure, and using data to manage city services more effectively. Smart transportation management system. Salakia. Smart transportation management center. Smart Transportation Management Center. The acronym is STMC. STMC is centrally connected to ITS, and that's integrated transportation systems. The ITS platform, capable of real-time transportation operations, automated enforcement, planning and emergency management, in major urban centers in Jamaica, integrating the JITS, the TMC, and the UTMS, including data-driven real-time operation control, CCTV cameras, battery backup systems, that's the UPS, that's uninterrupted power supply, variable messages, variable message signs, traffic signal controller, cabinets, and fiber optic cable network. The JITS, that's the Jamaica Integrated Transportation System. The TMS is traffic management systems, and the UTMS is the urban traffic management system. It's a government project to improve traffic flow in Kingston metropolitan region by using a central controlled intelligent transportation system with cameras and synchronized traffic signals. So basically, through the process of geoengineering, they created a nice big storm to wipe out the urban centers. You know, a lot of the land in Jamaica. Geoengineering is basically weather modification. They plant seeds into a cloud. You know what I'm saying? It's called cloud seeding, and they basically can create storms at will. And that's what they pretty much did here with this last storm. They just wiped out a whole bunch of land so they can bring forth that so Jamaica could start their process in allocating land for their smart city. That's their vision 2030 Jamaica. They want to turn Jamaica into a 15-minute city. The urban centers, they want to control those areas so they can bring in land development and create a 15-minute city. And you see this all over the world where they're wiping out land by creating natural disasters or some sort of disaster, man-made disaster, to gentrify the people, get them out of those areas, solidify those areas, and go forth with creating these 15-minute cities. They did it in Los Angeles, or the Southern California region. They did it in that area, like the area of LA. They did it in Hawaii, or Honolulu, Hawaii. They did it in North Carolina. They're doing this all over the globe, man. They've done it in Europe, in Paris. They've done it in Barcelona, Milan, Brussels. They've done it in the United States. They've done it in Portland, amongst other little places where they're starting to develop them. These places here are already adapting that idea. You got Vancouver in Canada, Montreal. It's happening in China, Shanghai, Beijing, Busan in South Korea. Quezon City in the Philippines. They've done it in Australia. So these people are pushing forth their wicked agenda, man, and it all coincide with that with that digital ID, which ultimately gonna lead to the MOTB. They're showing you the wickedness of these people, man. They're willing to displace millions of people to create these little 15-minute cities. They pretty much like 15-minute encampments, man, where you don't have to go outside your general area to do anything. So basically, they're just trying to keep you into your own surroundings, where you won't be able to leave your surroundings. So you know what I'm saying? These storms are not no coincidence, man. These storms are engineered, planned, and executed to wipe out people, displace people, so they can go forth with their silly agenda, their agenda of ultimate control. If that ain't the definition of wickedness, man, that's one of the definitions of wickedness, man. It's total control, man, over someone's going about. You know what I'm saying? Where they go, how they move, what they eat. They've already implemented the carbon pricing. You know what I'm saying? Like your carbon marker. That's going to tie into your social credit score on what you consume, what they deem, you know what I'm saying, they give you a score and they deem what you eating is producing too much carbon. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you're using up too much air space. And it's all a form of control, man. This is their agenda, is to control you 100%. And eventually that's going to lead to that MOTB. They're going to have some sort of pandemic, some type of planned chaos, where they say, you know, we pretty much need, in order for you to be safe, you know, and the people are going to want it. That's the funny thing. They're going to create some type of event where the people are going to ask for it. Just like when them buildings came down in 9/11, you know what I'm saying? People asked to be safer. People asked for the quote-unquote freedoms to be taken away to create a system where things like that won't happen again. This is all methods of control, man. Just all methods of control, and they know how to play on the people's emotions, their fears, in order for them to create these different events. And they know exactly what the people are going to do. They're going to beg for more control, taken away from them and given to the powers that be, your wicked elite. When they saying that they're going to do these things and you're going to own nothing and like it, they're not playing. And the people are that damn silly that they will allow this thing to happen. They play upon the people's emotions, knowing that the people will pretty much beg for their quote-unquote civil liberties to be taken away for protection. We watched it play out throughout the early 2000s. And what you saw was a massive land grab. Eminent domain, people were just getting their land taken from them. Whether they accepted it or not, they gave you an option. We could pay you for your land and you know what I'm saying, you get on out of here, we'll just take it from you. So the longer you hold out, the less money you get, and then they just eventually take it from you. And they call it eminent domain. They've been doing that for decades, but it became more prevalent after them buildings fell. So what you watching, what you seeing is you're watching the wicked elites take total control over the people of the globe. And you know, the Lord put that spirit on them to do that. You know, nothing is ordained here without the Lord, you know, making it manifest. So we're watching prophecy actually play out, man. And it's a beautiful thing. Scary for most, but it's a beautiful thing to watch because you know that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is about to come and tear this place up.
Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall. We're watching wickedness multiply on this earth, man. We're watching wickedness multiply all over the place. And it just seems to it's getting worse and worse. You got Esau and his wicked elites out here manipulating weather. They're trying to clear out landscape for data centers and smart cities, 15-minute cities. And they just, you know what I'm saying, they just straight up hijacking people's land. What you see out in Jamaica is no coincidence, man. They have a vision 30 plan for Jamaica. So, you know, they trying to turn that into a smart city, a 15-minute city. And they did it so wickedly, they trying to, you know, pretty much either they just wipe out the land and kill the people there, make the people migrate. This is Micah, chapter 2, verse 1 through 3. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. And they cover and they covet the fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks. You should not remove your necks, neither shall ye go heartedly, for this time is evil. I'm going to read those same verses in the NLT. This is Micah 2, chapter 2, verses 1 through 3 in the NLT. What sorrow awaits you, who lies awake in night, thinking up evil plans? You rise at dawn and hurry to carry them out, simply because you have the power to do so. When you want a piece of land, you find a way to seize it. When you want someone's house, you take it by fraud and violence. You cheat a man out of his property, stealing his family's inheritance. But this is what Yahweh says: I will reward your evil with evil. You won't be able to pull your neck out of the noose. You will no longer walk around proudly, for it will be a terrible time. And that's exactly what you deserve, Esau. When Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and the angels come back and destroy this place, this is exactly what you deserve. For all the violence, all the fraud, all the corruption, you know what I'm saying, that you've placed upon the tribes and upon the world. You need to be taken out of here, man. what I'm saying? You need to be taken out of here. So exactly what the Lord gonna do, man. He gonna take you and he gonna put evil right on you. So you know what I'm saying? You can see that actually. You can see the curses kind of reversing on them. Esau is not the that big invincible man no more in the world. People look at him kind of like, you know what I'm saying, a small figure now. They buck up against him where at times where they used to just, you know, let him do what he do. You got these other nations out here that buck up against him now. Like your time of ruling is over, man. Starting with Babylon the Great. This place got to be destroyed. So for all the corruption that you do and defrauding people out of their homes, taking it by force, that time is about to, you know what I'm saying? That time is slowly coming to an end. This is Psalms 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So your geoengineering, your heart program, manipulating weather, to pretty much wage war and violence on other people in other countries. You know, man, you wicked as hell for doing that, man. Like you come up with these all these different sinister and wicked ways of hurting people, man. There's nobody. There's no other people on the planet that's as cruel and wicked as an Edomite. This is verse 3. For the wicked boasteth in his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetousness whom Yahweh abhorreth. Verse 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after power. Power is not in all his thoughts. 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Verse 6. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be I would never be in adversity. See, that's the mind of an Edomite, man. And you can see, you can kind of see that on just your average Edomite when they walk around this place with them fucking stupid ass smiles on their face. You know what I'm saying? Just running around, just walking around, you know what I'm saying, grinning and shit. Like, that time is about to fucking come to an end. All your wickedness is about to come upon you double. Everybody see you for who you are. You are the devil that the Bible speak of. You are the wickedness. You are the wicked that the Bible speak of. Everything that's pretty much wrong with the world. You're like right at the center of it. You're at the front of it. Like, you leading the charge. But Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai said, your wickedness will not go unpaid. Like, you'll be paid. You know what I'm saying? You don't get payment for all the things you've done. This is Proverbs 21:4. And high look and a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked is sin. Verse 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seeketh death. That's these people, man. they ultimately seeking death for all the treachery that they've done. You're wiping out whole landscapes so you can bring in these smart cities. You displacing homes, you taking people's property. Some of these properties people have had in their family for generations. And here you come because you want to create some you know what I'm saying, some nonsense, some bullshit. You seize their land by force. This is verse 7. This is Proverbs 21, verse 7. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them, because they refuse to do judgment. The way of a man is froward and strange, but as for the pure, his work is right. This is that was verse 8, 7 and 8. This one is verse 10. The soul of the wicked desireth evil, for his neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. That pretty much explains these people and what they're doing. And like in their sinister plot to, you know what I'm saying, to capture all this land so they could build data centers and so they could build their 15-minute cities, smart cities. Pretty much you won't be able to move about how you want to move about. You won't be able to just get on a plane or get in your car and go somewhere. If you're confined to one of these 15-minute cities, everything is at your access within 15 minutes, and it's going to be zoned off. So let's say if it's like New York can become one big 15-minute city and it's just going to be zoned off. So you'll be confined to your zone, and you won't be able to move outside your zone, and everything will be at your access within 15 minutes. And that's when they're going to implement your social credit score with the carbon tax and all this other nonsense. So their whole thing is to control your movements, to control your whereabouts, control your thoughts, control what you have access to. These people are the fucking devil that the Bible speak of. These people are evil. They are the wicked. They're bastards.
And with that, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekahak Radash, Babakusha, 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 Abad Babal.